Hi, and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Friday evening. Hope you've had a lovely week and you're looking forward to a nice weekend ahead. Nice flowing practice this evening for you. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. As always, throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin in a seated position. Closing your eyes, slowing down, letting go of your day and everything that's going on in your world, and just bringing yourself to your practice. As you become aware of yourself sitting on your mat, sitting up tall, equal weight on both seat bones, nice and long in the spine, making yourself as tall as you possibly can, and then aligning your body, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Keeping the shoulders nice and soft, the jaw relaxed. And then letting that attention go to your breath, inhaling through your nose into your belly, allowing it to fill and expand. And then pausing and exhaling through your nose. Using your breath to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and relax part of your brain and your nervous system. So important to your general well-being. Let's take 3 more breaths here like this. And then coming to stillness here. And let's very slowly draw a circle with your nose. And listening to your body, allow that circle to increase. Being very conscious of what feels right in terms of how large you make that circle. And then taking it in the opposite direction. And decreasing the circle until you come to stillness once again. Finding that length in the spine all the time, just being conscious of yourself sitting here. And let's just rotate to the left. So remember, we're moving the belly button here. So it's the belly button that rotates. Then let the hands come in, particularly that right hand against the left leg, to just help deepen that rotation. Just really nice movement of the spine here, keeping the length, keeping the chest bright, And see as you exhale if you can just deepen that twist a little bit further. And then coming back to the center, taking a breath here. And let's take the twist to the right. One more breath here. Again, just deepening the twist as you exhale. And coming all the way back to center, taking a breath here. And let's move into tabletop. Just organizing yourself in your tabletop, shoulders over wrists, fingers open nice and wide, nice and active, pressing away from the mat. Knees hip width apart, hips over knees, feet straight out behind you. Taking one more breath here. Engaging that core as you exhale. And let's take it into a cat-cow, inhaling into your cow. And exhaling through to your cat again, engaging that core in your cat. Flowing through it. And when you're ready, coming back into your tabletop position once again. Let's stretch that right leg out behind us, keeping it up at hip height, toes pointing down towards the mat as you stretch. And the left hand out in front of you, finding that point of balance. Gaze stays at the mat. Let's take 3 breaths here. And again, engaging that core with each exhale. And then coming back into your tabletop as we take it over to the other side. One more breath here. And coming back into your tabletop, just curling those toes. We're going to let the hips come back, working with your body. So if your hips don't like coming back this far, that's fine. Just come back as far as is comfortable with them. And then we're going to just round the spine, draw the arms back, bow the head. Feeling that stretch on the back of the feet. The roundness of the back. One more breath here. And then making your way back into your tabletop. And let's make our way up into our downward dog. So curling those toes again, pushing the hips back to the heels again, this time lifting the knees. Keep pressing those hips back. Find the length in the spine here. Gaze towards the belly button. Knees are bent. Heels are off the mat as you just get the back of your torso in position. Focus on the shoulders. Draw them away from the ears. And then begin to activate the legs as you start to stretch them out nice and slowly. Pedaling your way in, you might find that you prefer to actually lift each foot away from the mat as you do it, or maybe you like to keep them connected to the mat. Whatever works for you is good, just listening to your body. Until you're ready to come to stillness. And in this stillness, let's take 3 breaths. And then from here, we're going to step the feet forward to come into a lengthened spine here. So your fingers are touching the ground, but the chest is away from the thighs. And then let's deepen down into a forward fold. Taking a breath. And coming all the way up to stand. Taking a breath. And working backwards then, draw the arms up, sweep them out to the side, coming down into a forward fold, taking a breath. Then walking the hands away from the feet, drawing the chest away from the legs, so you've got a nice long spine. Keeping the long spine, let the hands come down onto the mat, step the legs back to come into your downward dog, taking a breath. Then stepping back up into that lengthened spine position for a breath. Feet are hip width apart, pointing straight in front of you. Then coming into a deeper forward fold. Bending the knees, coming up to stand. Raising the arms up, sweeping them down into a forward fold. Take a breath. Hands and chest move away for a breath. And stepping the legs back to your downward dog for a breath. And again, stepping forward to your lengthened spine. And folding on down. Bending the knees, rising all the way up. Draw the arms up. Sweeping them down, forward fold, last time. Stepping the hands and the chest, drawing the chest away from the legs for a breath. And stepping it back into downward dog. Stepping forward into your lengthened spine. Deepening the fold. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up to stand, bringing those hands down into prayer at the chest. Close your eyes and take a breath. And then from here, we're going to step the right leg back to come into a warrior one. So remember, we want to keep those hips nice and square. Stepping the right leg back, bending this left knee, keeping it over the ankle. Shoulders are square, hips are square. If you want to get a little bit more from this pose, step that right foot back a little bit further and start to put some weight on the outside edge of that right foot. Squaring up the torso, raising up the arms, soften the shoulders. Let's take 3 breaths, either engaging the core throughout or engage the core with each exhale. And from here, we're going to take it into a warrior two. So we're stepping this right leg across. So we line up the heels, keeping the bend in this left knee, arms into a T, softening those shoulders. The torso is looking along the long side of the mat. Just turn the gaze to look out over that left hand. And I'm just going to take it to the other side so I don't have my back to you. Two more breaths here. And let's take it into a triangle, reaching forward here with the left arm. Windmilling down, straighten the left leg as you come down into your triangle, raising the gaze up to the ceiling. One more breath. And then coming back up tall, turning both feet to the front of the mat. And let's hinge forward here at the hips to come into a nice forward fold. One more breath here. Bending the knees, coming all the way up to stand. Let's step it up to the top of the mat once again and take it on the other side. So this time we are stepping our left leg back, bending this right knee, keeping it over the ankle. A little bit of weight in the outside edge of that back foot. Square up the hips. Square up the shoulders, nice straight line between the two. Raise the arms up, soften the shoulders, engage the core. 3 breaths. And then from here, taking it into our warrior two. So remember lining up those heels. Arms in the T, looking out over that right hand. Consciously releasing any tension in the shoulders. And then let's reach forward, straighten the front leg as you come down into your triangle. And coming back up, tall, turning both feet to the front as we hinge forward into a forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up to stand. Let's just take a little flow through that, coming to stand up at the top of your mat. From here, stepping the right leg back, warrior one, taking a breath. Moving it into your warrior two, lining up the heels, set up the pose, take a breath. Reaching forward as you straighten the leg, windmill down into your triangle for a breath. And turning both feet to the front or back of the mat as you fold forward for a breath. Bending the knees, coming up to stand, stepping it up to the top of the mat again, other side, left leg back. Warrior one. And warrior two. And reaching forward for your triangle. And coming into your forward fold over those extended legs. Bending the knees, coming all the way up to stand, stepping it up to the top of your mat, shift the weight into the right leg. Let's just draw that left leg up, holding onto the shin, flexing the foot. Find that length, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, engaging the core. Soften the shoulders. And then releasing that left leg down, shifting the weight into it as you draw the right leg up. Finding the stillness. One more breath here. And releasing that right leg down, drawing both arms up, sweeping them out to the side, forward fold, nice and deep, take a breath. Stepping the hands away, drawing the chest away, lengthen the spine. And then stepping those feet back into your downward dog for a breath. Bringing the knees down onto the mat so you're in tabletop, and sitting back to kneel down, swing around and come and sit on your mat with your knees bent, lifting up the feet to take a boat pose. Keep the knees bent for now. Finding the stillness. One more breath. Letting the feet come down onto the mat as you lower yourself down. Bringing your arms in a T. Knees to the right, gaze to the left. And then let's just take that over to the other side. And then when you're ready, coming back to the center, hugging those knees into the chest. And then when you're ready, letting those feet come down onto the mat, stretching the legs out long. Feet flopping out to the side, palms facing upwards. As you just allow the body now to soften and release. Letting go your feet and your legs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. The whole back of your body and shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your arms and your hands. Your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And taking time here for gratitude. Gratitude for all that is good in your life today. And then let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhale through your nose. Each breath just helping you deepen that connection with your inner self, your true nature. And let your focus remain on your breath for the next few minutes.